BORTLE here, back from the YCS remote duel event, the first one ever, North American one right here, with a special guest today, folks. We have the Cristian Urena. What's up, man? Welcome to the channel.
What's up, BORTLE? What's up, guys?
What made you decide to play this deck, post ban list, post everything, man?
Honestly, I was trying a bunch of different decks, and this deck was like the only one that I think was like consistent enough and could play like enough hand traps so like you go first and second and like still win. Drytron was like a really good deck too. That was like the only like combo deck that was maybe reasonable for me to play. But this deck just seemed like all around like the best mid-range deck.
So what happened in top 16, right? Is that when you were knocked out?
Yeah, top 16. I won a dice roll. My hand had three hand traps. It was like Gamma, Permanence, Ash. So if I went second, my hand would have been insane. But I go first. I have one way to play. It's Fractal. So I go Fractal, send Nerval. Nerval, add Kit. I mean, yeah, Nerval, add Kit. I go normal Kit, banish two. He goes Impermanence. I send Impermanence. I pass. And then on his turn, he basically does a bunch of stuff. I Ash him. It doesn't matter. I Impermanence something. It doesn't matter. He ends on Shen Shen, attacks over my Kit. I don't search. Next turn I draw. I don't draw a playable card, and I die the night on the crack deck. And then game two, I opened up insane. Like my board is Apollo, Ancient Warrior, Revolt, Strike, and that's it. I'm like, we're pretty much going to game three. In my head, I'm like, oh, we're going to game three. Like, there's nothing this guy can draw, right? He goes Regeki for monsters. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I still have Strike, Revolt. We're chilling right now, right? He goes Activate City. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, I still have Revolt when he starts playing, and then Strike for like Lulu, whatever. He goes Lulu, I Strike. He starts playing. I revolt him. He goes activate ghost spell. I'm like, this is insane.
Oh, man.
He basically just drew a perfect cannon. There's nothing. I mean, there's nothing I could have done to really stop that. Basically, I just couldn't do anything. He just drew really well. If I
I
lost the dice roll, I think I would have won too. That's the sad part. But
Oh man, my goodness, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Before we start the
yeah.
actual deck profile portion of this video, would you like to do some shoutouts, man?
Shout out to Sebastian Todd. He helped me make the whole deck basically. I think I changed like two cards. Shout out to Scott Page. I probably wouldn't have played. I honestly wasn't thinking about playing this tournament just because remote duel and like all the people like cheating and random stuff like that. But I'm glad I did play. Got a prize card out of it. Joey Chow as well. He told me to play. I wasn't gonna play. Everyone in the Discord, they know who they are. Shout outs to Cam. Behind every great man is even greater man. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yo, don't you stream now, man?
Oh yeah, I stream now on Twitch. It's actually Cristian Urena. So if you guys ever want to see some like high-rated dueling book, I'm usually like at least top 50 right now. I'm like top 20. Always trying to get number one. So if you guys ever want to see some good gameplay, definitely tune in.
Oh god, yes, we'll definitely leave a link down in the description down below for you guys. Alrighty, well, without further ado, please take it away, G.
So I played three Nerval, three Kit, three Fractal. It's like pretty much standard ratio, and then two Karis. Honestly, like the worst one to draw. A lot of the time you're sending this one off your kit after you already used all your guys. But you obviously need to play him because he's really good, and you play it like you could play three. I play Desires too, so playing three is reasonable. But I was a fan of two, and I never missed the third one, but pretty good. And then my deck, we played the zoo package. The zoos are insane, honestly. When you go second, they apply so much pressure they have to use like two interruptions on your Zeus. When you go first, the rat lets you make Apollo with Ancient Warrior sometimes, or just Apollo and like grabbing a trap or whatever. It's fine. But overall, these cards are really good. Definitely the reason why I topped for sure were these cards. A lot of people just didn't see this coming. People also played wrong. They just don't know what to hand trap. Like they would let my rat go through. Send this. I get to make Chakanai and bring this back. And then like I don't know, people just played wrong honestly all day. And then I got to like basically just get free advantage from it. A lot better than Cat. I think this is way better than Cat.
Okay, so we're not using Rescue Cat in this version, yeah.
Yeah, no rescue Cat, just use. And then for the hand traps, three permanents, three Ash Blossom, triple Gamma, collect range, two Ghost Spell, and obviously the driver for the Gammas. Ghost Spell was like it was really good for me. I played against Prank Kids, Virtual World, all that stuff. It's really good. I could consider cutting this card completely and maybe playing one more card that's in my traps and maybe something else. But or maybe Valor. Valor would also been pretty good. But I lost versus Virtual World, so Bell was pretty good still.
Oh man, highest rarity. Wait, where's your ulti perms, man?
Yeah, I'm definitely getting those when they come out. I think my whole deck's max rarity besides one card I'm kind of tilted about. You'll see it soon.
Can't wait to see it.
Yep. Triple Tenki, Triple Desire. Just consistency cards. If you want to see all your cards, you don't care if you banish like 2 of anything, as long as you have like 1 copy, it's cool. So this card's insane. You always want to draw this card. So this card's really good too. It gets you the zoo monsters. That's how you win. So you basically play like 7 copies of zoos. 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Impure Order. Cards aren't like just crazy. Like these cards should not be a thing, or they should be at 3. That way, like you always have to play around them. I'm not sure why they're at 1. Same thing with Barrage, obviously. I think I passed it already. These are like the broken 1-ups. This is like your Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, but like New Age meta. These are just like when you draw these, the game just changes, and it's hard to play around them because they're 1-ups. So Konami should probably do something about these. Either put them to 3 or just get rid of them altogether. Honestly.
Oh man, put in 3. God, yes.
Yeah. Yep. I'm down. Then traps 3 Revolt. You always want to start with this because when you do get hand trapped, you will usually end on with like 3 or 4 guys in grave. It's just a really good recovery play. And if you don't have to search it, that means you can make Ancient Warrior, which is really good. And then the thing I was talking about earlier about the ghost spells, I played 2 Solemn Strike and 2 ghost spells. This is like the only thing I kind of regret. But again, I was working with Deadly on the deck, and he agreed on the 2 of. Because you're drawing cards with like Desires, you're drawing cards with Project and Thoroughblade and stuff like that, so you're getting some draws. You can always put back a card that you already have multiple. So if you get to draw like 2 ghost spells, it's fine. You could put 1 on the bottom and draw another card. But I still kind of think I wish I'd rather play the like just 3, either 3 Bell or 3 Strike. I feel like one of them has to be better than the other one. And then there's a spot for 1 more card. I'm not sure what it would be, but something. These 4 cards should either be cut for something and play 3 of, or just play like a 3rd Strike, or just like there has to be something better though. Not sure what though, but these cards are really good for me.
Oh yeah, it's a famous quote by a famous man. The man, by the way. Sometimes you want to see him.
Yeah, sometimes, but not all the times. I
Like
was
40 there.
Yeah, 40 card main deck.
Nice.
Got some tokens. Okay, for the extra deck, played 1 Amaraj. You gotta play him. Just how you link your Nerval and your Karis or your Kid away. 2 Omen. Some people played 3. I think 2 is fine, and the 3rd one never came up. I think if you play this deck right, you should be fine with 2. And then for the Zeus, these all have been used at least once. Tiger Mortar doesn't really matter. It could be Hammer Kong, honestly. But yeah, these were great. 1 Ancient Warrior, I was talking about. These guys insane. You can make them when you already have your Volt. Really good. 2 Bear Bloom. I mean, not Bear Bloom, for Jet. Comes up when you're playing the Zeus because your turn 1 play will make you use 1. And then you want the second one in case like turn 2. For like 3s, you got Doom Eagle and Rugal. You just have to play these. This guy comes up when you're playing a Scratch Record 2 to shuffle the Ray back. And just to make access code. 1 Bear Bloom, like I said earlier, this card's crazy. Search you the trap. This is the reason why the deck's just so much better now. 1 Appaloosa, gotta play it. 1 Access Code Talker. Card could almost be ban worthy, honestly. Because every time this card's summoned, it's usually a game. And then for side deck, got Triple Judgment when you go first, Triple Nib, Triple Drill, 1 Bell. These are the only hand traps I cited. 3rd copy of Bell for like matchups to get in. 3 Drill, 3 Nib. 1 versus Tritron. This versus Dragons, I guess, if I played it, or stuff like that. Some combo decks. And then I cited for back row, Triple Twin Twister, and then 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. Harpy's Feather Duster it almost could have just been like Red Reboot probably, because I'm playing the Zeus, so maybe like just summon Red Reboot, summon Zeus. If they trap me, I Red Reboot them, and then just like attack. But versus VW, you want Harpies because you get to clear the face ups. And then the last card that I'm kind of sick about, I couldn't find, is the Pank Shops. It's just a rare. But
Let's
this
go.
this card was insane. I was trying to find collector, but no one had one for a good price.
Hey man, at
But
least it's not common.
yeah, if anyone has this card, I need a collector rare. But yeah, that's pretty much the deck. I think it was really good for me. I don't think I would change much besides the 2 bell and the 2 strike. Um, yeah, honestly, that's pretty much it.
Yo, it's pretty cool to see that Zodiac Giant getting hit, and then the Zoo package is still nice. Tenki at 3, right? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And Zeus is like, this card's insane.
Oh yeah, ridiculous. Well, thank you again, Christian, for being on the channel again.
Anytime, man, for sure.
Ah yes, and listeners, if you're not a part of BORTLE Nation, sub for BORTLE. It's that easy and it's free. Oh god, yes.
God, yes.
BORTLE out.